Hi and welcome to a brand new video on Laravel, and in this video we are going to be learning how we can import an HTML template in Laravel. For example, you might have your HTML template or an admin panel that you want to import and use in Laravel. This video we are going to be showing you how you are going to do it from scratch. Okay, so I have done nothing much. From what I've done, I have just created a new Laravel project. Is here on my desktop in the name of project. It's a project folder, and I have also downloaded a template, an HTML template that we are going to be importing into this our Laravel project here. Okay, so if I right click here and I run our project so that we can view it in the browser, okay, so you can see it's a fresh Laravel project. So for now, this is what we have. Okay, and this is the template we are going to import in our Laravel project. So let's view it. This is a template that we have. We are going to import it in our Laravel project. So for now, we have the blog home, the single post, about extra, contact us. So okay, so stay tuned if you want to know how you can import this HTML template in our Laravel project. If you're a Laravel beginner, we have a tutorial series that take you from the absolute beginner level to advanced level. So I'm going to leave a link down the description below so that you can check it out. You watch all the videos and understand Laravel. Okay, so I have opened the project in PHP Storm. So this is the project here. I've also opened this template that we downloaded in VS Code. So we are going to be working with both this one and this one here. Okay, so to start with, I am going to create our routes. So if I come, let me see. Let me just copy what we have here. So since we have 4 routes, let me paste it 4 times. Okay, so here, if I come here, we have blog home. Let's say blog hyphen home. Here, the next one we have single post about extra. Here we have single post. Make sure you put something like that. Here we have about extra, and the last one we have contact us. Here we have contact us. Okay, so for now we can use the callback function just to return the pages. Since we'll not be doing much, we are just importing the HTML template in our project. So here let us return our home, blog home. So let's just call it home. Let's call this one our single post. underscore post. Let's call this about, and let's call this contacts. Okay, so these are all the blade files we are going to create in our resources folder, this views folder. Here we already have a welcome, but we don't need it, so let's rename, or let's just leave it there. Let's create our files. The first file we are going to create is the home dot, remember our extension dot blade dot php. Okay, so create this one. So the next thing we are going to create is a single post. Okay, so we have created our 4 files here. Let me just go ahead and delete this one. Will not be needed, or just do refactor. Okay, so now let's go to our route. In our route, we are specifying that if you are coming to this page, it should give us the home, the single post, the about, and the contact. So these are the files we have created here. So this one means it's going to look in the views folder inside the resources folder and look for the home file, and it's going to do the same for every single of these routes here. Okay, so just to check it out, let's go to these files. In the home, let's say home, and here let's say single posts. Here let's say about, and here let's say contacts. Okay, now if I go to our browser, in our projects, let's refresh. So it has not found this route because we actually removed it, which is the slash route. Okay, so we removed it and replaced home. Is it home? I think. Okay, it's not home. Let's go and check it. Okay, so it's block home. So we have block home. So it's returning this home here. So if we do it with about, it's not about, it should be about us. No, it's not about us. Okay, about extra. Okay, so let me copy it here, go to the browser, say about extra. So it's giving us, so it is looking for, it is returning us the files that we are specifying here. Okay, so this is where we are going to import all our templates. Now let's go and check out our templates here. In the index, this is where our home, this is our home file, this file here. So this is our navigation, the block home, the single post, the about extra, and all whatnot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all of this. I'm going to copy all of this here and come here, cancel all of this and paste. Okay, now we have this one here. So I'm going to come to the single post. This is a single post here. Okay, I'm going to copy all of this. No, let's first of all come here and and import all of this one. Now this our home file has changed. If I go to our browser and I type here home. Oh, it's not home. Oh, I always forget. Blog home. So if I type here blog home, you see it's going to give us all of this thing here. Okay, so it does not see the CSS and the JavaScript that has been written because it has not found the assets. Okay, so in Laravel stores assets such as CSS and JavaScript and images in the publics folder. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's open our project, this the one we downloaded here. So let's copy our assets here. Even this video, all of these assets, let's copy it. Now let's open our project folder, go to the publics folder. I want to create a new folder here, a new directory, and I say projects assets. Okay, now in this directory I'm going to paste all what I copied. So this is all what we copied here. And so here in the home we have our some styles that have been linked here. So it is looking for CSS, the CSS directory, and bootstrap.main.css, and it's also looking for CSS. In the CSS directory it's looking for template more /extra/blog.css. okay, and if we rush down to our file, in our file here, the JavaScript assets is looking for is the jQuery.main.js inside the JS directory. So if I go to our project folder here, so in our project asset, the one we copied in our CSS, so these are the two files it was looking for, and in the JS these are the two files it is looking for. Okay, so we are going to reference that in our home.base.php. So since we have imported it in our publics folder, so the way we reference it in Laravel is by opening and closing the double curly braces and putting it in an asset method, in an asset function. Okay, and so in this asset function you open a single curly brace. Okay, because here outside here is a double curly brace, so if you open the double curly brace, it's going to mistake it for closing this double curly braces. So inside this asset folder you open but a single apostrophe. So come here and copy all of this now, but remember we put it in project assets, in the directory projects underscore assets. So which means this assets function is going to return the path of this public folder. So which means when you enter the public folder, look for project assets slash all of this thing we copied here. Okay, so just delete this one. Okay, now here let's do the same thing here. Assets, single curly brace. This time around we're going to copy all of this here, copy it, paste it, then we're going to delete all of this one. Okay, so let's come down and do the same thing with our JavaScript. I'm going to paste here, so okay. Now if you go back to this blog, before refreshing it, I want to show you something just to show that they were not proper. The way it's being displayed below is because the assets were not properly referenced. Okay, now if you go to your console and press F12, so you're going to see so many errors that it did not find the Google, the bootstrap, the template mode, CSS, the JavaScript, and the images that are found there, just because we're not referencing it very well in our Laravel project. Now if I come here and I refresh, okay, you see, so it has changed, which means it is now saying some of the assets. Now if we look at our console, let's look for the errors. So it's looking for jQuery.main.js. It's not found, so it is at 254. Also here it is looking for, okay, so here is because we forgot to place it in the project underscore assets directory. So it is entering the public folder and looking directly in the JS folder, which is not found. So let's just quickly correct that here. Okay, so if you go back here and we refresh, so we see the errors have reduced. Okay, so all what is looking for now is images. The image is not found because we have not referenced the images in the file. Okay, so it is also looking for this template mode extra, the block, the CSS here at line 10. So if you click on it, so here we see that it is looking for CSS. So let's come to our project file. Let's go back here. Now we also see that we made the same error here, so let's just paste that. Okay, so let's also just do this for this font awesome here. Paste, come here and close everything. Okay, I think that's all. Now when we refresh, you see everything is going to change. Okay, so you see it is now saying our assets, our CSS, and our JavaScript. So what is left now is the images. Okay, so if you look here closely, you see the images here are not found. So let's go back here and look for the images. Let me launch the find. Okay, if you tap on Control F, it's going to bring you this find method. I want to look for all the image tag. So you see here. Okay, so here I'm going to come here, assets. Okay, so it's the same thing everywhere, just close it. Go to the next image here. here. The next one is here. And the next one is here. Okay. This is the next one again. So I'm just doing this by hand. We could just do the find and replace and do all of this, but I just want to do it by hand. Okay, so I think we have done all of that for all of the images. So if I refresh, okay, so all of our images are now being displayed. Okay, now, so you see now if you come here, our routes are not working because they have not been linked properly. So this is where our routes are found. If you come here, you see this is our navigation. Okay, this is block home. We just need to change this href attributes here. Okay, so let's use the URL. This URL, we have the blog -home. So let me just copy this. And just paste all of this and just change this to this is single posts. So and this is about extra. And this is contacts. Okay, now let's check if all of those files are correct. Contact us. Contacts us. Okay, now so if you go to our browser and refresh, now you see all of our routes will be working. Here is single posts, here is about extra, here is contact also. All of our routes are working. Now I want to do the same thing I've done for home with these other ones here. So what we are going to do is we are going to use template inheritance. Okay, so we are going to use template inheritance. So in this folder we are going to create a new directory here, and let's call it base. Okay, which means this is the folder where through which all of these other files are going to be inheriting assets from. So we don't need to do all of this thing, all of the editing we did here. We don't need to do it on single pages. Okay, so we are just going to, if there's any change to be done, we are just going to change it in one single area, and it's going to reflect throughout all of the pages. So this is very helpful in a situation where in your project you are working with over hundreds or even more than files in your project, and there is something you need to edit or change. So if you have not implemented template inheritance, you are going to change it in all the pages that are there in your project. So this is going to help us to have a central location where we are keeping all those things. So here we are going to put our layout here in. Now here we're going to, here's a new file. Let's call it layouts. dot date dot php. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to come here, copy, cut all what is there and paste here. Okay, so which means all of the pages are going to have all of this thing except for the one that is particular to this page. So when we start scrolling, we see that this is our header, so all of our pages are going to have the same header. So this is where the main page begins. So I'm going to come here, copy it, so it ends here. So I'm going to copy all of this, now I'm going to cut it. Okay, so and here I am going to give a space to inject I'm going to give a space to inject all of these contents here. So this is what we call template inheritance. I have done a video concerning this template inheritance, so I'm going to leave a link also in the description below, so that I go and check it out to see what template inheritance means. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to extend this layout file, which means I want to use all of these assets that are here also here, but I want to add in extra content. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to use the helper function called extends. What are we extending? We are extending the layouts file that is in the base directory. Okay, so which means we are going to start in the base, then layouts, should be layouts. Okay, now so here we are defining a section called contents. So the section we called here was content. Okay, and this content we are going to paste all of this thing here. So what this one means is that I want to use all of these assets, the HTML, the CSS, and everything this file contains. I want to use it also here. This is what the one means. I'm extending it, which means I'm inheriting all what the one belongs. And then in the space that this one is providing for me, I now want to add this content here. This is what this section content mean. Okay, so if we go to our browser and we refresh, we go back here, you see in our blog home everything remains the same. Okay, now what is going to change is that if I come now here in our about, okay, in our single post, okay, let me just come here, because this is how all of the rest of the files are going to have this structure. This is how the structure is going to be. So if I copy it and I paste here, single post, come also here, paste here, come here too, paste here. Okay, so if I go down here and if I come here, you see all of the pages, this is single post, but C is displaying as home. So all of the pages are now going to have the same data, which is this one here. So it is taking this same data here within this section and injecting it here when this yield function is. So but what we want to do here in the single post, we want to remove this one because this asset is just for the home. So we want to change the one for the single post. I'm going to delete that. I'm also going to delete this one here. And I'm also going to delete this one here. Alright, so if I come and I refresh, if I go on single post, you see nothing is appearing. But you see all of this header is what we have in our layout, so it is going to be present. This layout here, this is header. Okay, so it's going to be present in all of, so it's going to be present in all of the pages that are here. Okay, so let me come here. In single post, we're in single post. Let me just go and copy all the contents on single post. Where does it end? Okay, so this is where it starts. Just copy it. Single post, paste here. About. Copy. Contacts. Okay, so if I refresh now, you will now have all of their assets. Go to single post, the single post about extra, says about extra, contact us. Okay, so you see some assets are not showing, so you just need to go and reference it using the asset methods as we did earlier. So this video is becoming too long, so this is the end of the video of today. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something new today. If you have not subscribed to the channel, consider clicking the red subscribe button so that you always be connected with all the videos that are going to be uploaded to this YouTube channel. And if you have any special requests, you can just drop it down in the comment section below and we are going to do well to get back to you. Okay, so if you like the video, just click the like button, consider sharing so as to help grow the channel. Until next video, bye bye.